Deacon Walt, class of 76, welcome to the podium. Okay, we gotta hold it? No, you don't have to. Okay.
Graduation, a remarkable time in the life of a young person. And today is truly a remarkable day. Not only that, it's unique. At Christmas, who would have ever thought your graduation would take place on an athletic field, in a car, with social distancing? 3 months ago, we didn't even know what social distancing was. This, however, is a momentous day. It's not only a culmination of years of study, but it's a coming of age for our young people. It's a moment in their lives when they're no longer considered a child, but a responsible adult. You have grown and learned so much. And for our parents, a great day of pride and thankfulness for all that your son and daughter has accomplished, but also thoughts of the future, a future unlike any before us. A time for your child leaving the nest, spreading their wings, and finding an independence of their own. A time of change, a time of uncertainty, a time like no other. For this we pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for our time together at Notre Dame High School, for all the friends we've made, for all the days of joyful fun and laughter, and especially for the difficult times that we now experience. Also for the times of great joy, learning, and discovery. We thank everyone who has given so much of their time and effort so their students could graduate today. For our teachers, our mentors, administrators, for our families and loved ones, especially those who were unable to attend today. We thank you and offer this all to you in prayer. For our students here at Notre Dame High School and for students across the country, as this chapter in their lives ends and a new one begins, let them present themselves before the Lord like an open book and ask that the Lord come and inscribe his words of life into our very being, to fill our minds and our hearts with his laws and precepts, to fill our bodies with his strength, our hearts with their dreams, so that this day and every day we might love and serve you unconditionally into eternity. We humbly ask this in the name of Jesus Christ, your Son, through whom all things are possible. Amen.
At this time, traditionally, it's been a tradition of ours that at the baccalaureate mass, all these students recognize their parents by presenting them with a rose. Since we weren't able to have a baccalaureate mass, we're going to do it at this point. So I am going to call a group of seniors up. Please come and get a rose and bring it and present it to your parents. Mrs. Rapone, Mrs. Fix, Mrs. Babcock, and Miss Bodine, your senior advisors, will be helping. Okay, Maya Bayomi, Alex Bailey, Trevor Carney, Austin Carrick, Ethan Chadbourne, Lexi Denosis, Cynthia Dykstra Culver, and Alexandra Elliott. Megan Boris, Ariana Green, Garrett Groff, Gwen Hansen, Alex Hunt, Max Hutchins, Noah Johnson, Noah Caleric. Ben Lemley, Gabe McDonald, Ariana Miller, Madeline Payton, Abigail Pingray, Mason Randall, Jedediah Reese, Jason Reinhardt. Morgan Rhodes, David Russo, Dakota Syka, Madeline Spencer, Keith Shapansky, Alex Totten, Montana Weidman, Sam Zarillo.
Very nicely done. Deacon Walt, thank you so much. I'd like to welcome everyone here today. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the administration, the faculty, and the staff, I want to welcome all of you to the 66th commencement exercise of Notre Dame High School. Our special guests include the class of 1970 and the family of our honorary diploma recipient. As I reflect on the legacy of the class of 2020, it is apparent that they found a way to maximize their potential as individuals and ultimately collectively as a class. They were dealt a dose of adversity that I've never seen in my lifetime on March 15th, and handled it with resolve, resiliency, and reasonability, which is a tribute to their collective maturity and their family's strength and leadership at this time. Right now, I'd like to honk the horns for all the grandparents and the parents who have guided them through the 13 years of schooling. Let's honk those horns. Without you, this doesn't happen. Without grandparents, parents that know how to say no, great people don't evolve like this group has evolved. We all know if you say yes too much, you have problems. The hardest word to tell your kid is no, and it's obvious you had the leadership capacity and the boldness to be able to tell your kids no. In addition, you have made a great sacrifice to send your kid to Notre Dame. And we all recognize that. It's a monetary sacrifice. It's a time sacrifice. You know what it took to get your kid to this moment. So thanks to all the grandparents and parents. Next, to my left, I'd like to thank the Board of Trustees for their outstanding leadership and their mission to make sure that the school is a vibrant and exciting place for all our kids. And next, to my right, the faculty. They were unbelievable during this distance learning time. Their patience, their persistence, their reasonable approach, their prodding to keep you going was incredible. They were relentless. So thank you so much, faculty. This esteemed class of 2020 has accomplished many feats throughout their 4 years at Notre Dame, which you will hear more about as we proceed. In addition to their excellence in the classroom, they have a uniqueness about them that stands out. For example, all 33 of them have contributed to the impeccable reputation of Notre Dame High School by maintaining our 15-year reign as the #1 academic school in the GLOW region. Keep in mind, your kids don't have to earn 22 credits to graduate. They have to earn 26. Your kids have homework for the right reasons. Your kids have a rigorous curriculum that pushes them. There's not one school that I know of where every kid has to take chemistry and physics. And your kids rose to the challenge and passed successfully chemistry and physics. It's an outstanding feat. Something else unique. All 33 of them have made a contribution to our athletic teams. Every one of them has participated in at least one sport. I'm sure that they will continue to be excellent as they move on to the next phase of their life, because we have laid the foundation here. You have laid the foundation at home, and whether they're going to work, to the military, or to college, the foundation is there. So thanks to everyone I've mentioned already. So as I read the yearbook, I was very impressed with the quotes our seniors chose and wanted to share a few of these with you. And what's interesting about these quotes is I'm sure these quotes represent their thoughts and their beliefs in some way. I'd like to start with Ethan Edward Chadbourne. If you care about what you do and work hard at it, there isn't anything you can't do if you want to. Megan Marie Goris. The only reason to ever look back is to see how far you've come. Ariana Alyssa Marie Green. Knowledge will give you power, but strong character will give you respect. Adriana Elizabeth Miller. Let your smile change the world, but don't let the world change your smile. Incredible. Abigail Grace Pingray. You do not seek power or popularity. You only seek what is right. Dakota James Syka. Your talent determines what you can do. Your motivation determines how much you are willing to do. And your attitude determines how well you will do it. Madeline Spencer. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. And lastly, Samuel Morgan Zerillo. The price of success is hard work, dedication to the job at hand, and the determination that whether we win or lose, we have applied the best of ourselves to the task at hand. Now, I could have read all of them because they were all outstanding. Now I want to read to you some of excerpts from some of the greatest graduation speeches of all time. And I want you to see how in line our 18 and 17-year-old kids are in their thinking with some of the most renowned scholars in the world and successful people in the world. Steve Jobs, don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. I think we heard that from the kids as well. The great and curious truth of the human experience is that selflessness is the best thing you can do for yourself. David McCullough, a high school teacher. Ellen DeGeneres, follow your passion. Stay true to yourself. Never follow someone else's path unless you're in the woods and you're lost and you see a path. Then by all means, you should follow that. Fear. Fear is going to be a player in your life, but you get to decide how much. You could spend your whole life imagining ghosts, worrying about your pathway to the future, but all there will ever be is what's happening here and the decisions we make in this moment, which are based on either love or fear. So many of us choose our path out of fear, disguised as practicality. What we really want seems impossibly out of reach and ridiculous to expect. So we never dare to ask the universe for it. Be bold, chase your dreams, have fun, give back to others, be the best you could be. If you're the best you could be, our society will be the best it can be. It's one person at a time. So I want you to sit back and enjoy. You're going to see these kids come up here, get a bunch of accolades that they deserve, and we're all going to love every minute of it. So now our esteemed MC, Coach Mike Rapone, he was here at 9:15, putting up banners, putting up flags, doing it for the school he loves, his alumni. Mike Rapone.
Okay, everyone. Again, before we start, I'd just like to thank everybody for your cooperation and getting lined up and everything. We actually got in exactly on time, so kudos to everyone. Normally at this time, we would be asking the members of the class of 1970, the class who graduated 50 years ago, who came to join and celebrate the class of 2020's graduation, to stand and be recognized. Unfortunately, due to the circumstances this year, we weren't able to invite them. But as I told the seniors when they were here, they should also always remember the class that's matched up with them 50 years behind, because many of them are big supporters of our school. Actually, there's a couple that went to school here, got married, and they donated all the funds for redoing the front of the school and the locker rooms, Clancy and Marchese. So You have a great class that you're matched up with 50 years behind you. Okay, now at this time, it's my pleasure to bring up, we had co-salutatorians this year, Maya Bayomi and Madeline Spencer. Madeline has chosen not to deliver an address, so Maya will be the one delivering it. So if you two could come up. John.
First of all, I'd like to thank all of the parents, teachers, staff members, and administration for making this day possible, despite the circumstances that we were given. And I'd like to invite all of you to take a look at the class of 2020. As I look at my classmates right now, I think about how many people, how many parents, how many administrators included that might be questioning how we got here right now. I think even we had our doubts. This was the class of 2020. I mean, fated from the start, we always seemed the most troubled class to come. We were all there. I admit even I had my thoughts when I thought, wow, we might actually be stuck in high school forever. But now I look and I see all of our previous struggle, all of our loose footing. It was the mark of fighters, of survivors. And the fact of the matter is that all of us, even on this makeshift field that is actually our football field for this graduation, with our family members all huddled in cars trying to see which one's their kid versus who, might not be when we start our awards coming up here. We are all fighters and we are all survivors. I mean, this is our graduation, yet we are all still up here, ready and prepared to graduate and enter the real world. I look again at my classmates right now that I've grown to love and care for like family members, and I see that we've really come far. I mean, this is the class of 2020. This is the class of 2020 that managed to get the phones allowed during lunch rule taken away because the cafeteria was filled with loud dog whistle noises. This is the class of 2020 that spent an entire unit of ultimate frisbee table-topping each other. And table-topping is when someone bends over on the ground and another person pushes them over that person bent over on the ground. This was our class for 3.5 years or so, really until senior year kicked in. And speaking as somebody who doesn't have a lot of upper body strength, trying to push over Jason Reinhardt over someone else was never going to happen, okay? And he was the king of table-topping then. So honestly, I think about all of those times, and I think before this point, we were doomed. P.S. This is also the class that won homecoming 3 years straight, but that's besides the point. This year has taught me so much. It taught me how much of an underdog this class really was. And maybe it was just because it went over everyone's head how contributing this class really has become that we never really realized it. Whether it's team events, I mean our football team, led by the senior boys, went to state qualifiers for football, or a team that had lost previously. The soccer team, led by the senior girls, went to semifinals, which is the furthest the soccer team in Notre Dame history has ever gone, girls soccer team. And the cross-country boys went their season 20-0. And honestly, let's not forget just team accomplishments, but solo accomplishments. Jed Reese breaking the single-season rushing record, or Allie Elliott earning valedictorian, Adriana Miller, Ethan Chadbourne, Austin Carrick, Jason Reinhardt, Maddie Payton. You guys made it to DECA States, most of you for your second time in a row. Max Hutchins hitting his 100 goals in his hockey season and finishing with 128. It's stats like these that really made me realize that we not only did it, guys, but we finished successfully. So I ask all of us one more time to take a look at this class, the class of 2020, the doomed from the start class, and celebrate all of our accomplishments and efforts, despite and in spite of all of our hardships. I think you guys all got my point now, so I'm going to stop boasting about my classmates and their accomplishments. And even though this isn't the picture-perfect graduation that we spent most of high school excitedly waiting for, I think this is exactly how the class of 2020 was going to go out in style, if you will, and all unique. We always had to make our mark. So here's to the class of 2020 embodying exactly what Notre Dame is, through the parents, the administrators, the teachers, and the students themselves, the Fighting Irish. A class of fighters. We made it, you guys. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for making these years unforgettable and for making me become the person that I am today, the person that I am proud to put out into the real world. I believe in us, guys, and I really, really, really cannot wait to see what this family has to offer to the world. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Next, we're going to call on our class president, Jedediah Reese, senior class president, to present Mr. Bianco with the senior class gift.
I want to start off by thanking everyone for being here, coming out and supporting us in hard times. Thank all the teachers and faculty for everything they've done for all of us. They really put us through when times got tough, and I honestly wouldn't expect anything else from the class of 2020 to come out and go out like this, because we are so different, and we're so much better than everybody else, to be honest. Class of 2020, we're just different. But the memories are just insane how close we all become through the 4 years here. Relationships that I would never thought I'd make in coming in as a freshman. Just everything has been unbelievable here, and I know most of us all feel the same about it. And I'm gonna go before I start crying, but thank you.
I'll go do it as soon as I get done. At this time, I'd like to call on Ellie Elliott to deliver the valedictorian address.
Good evening, everyone. This just keeps getting better and better. I want to start off by saying congratulations to all of my classmates. We made it. And by we made it, I don't just mean that we graduated. I mean that we made it through 17 or 18 years of life so far, including 13 long years of schooling and a global pandemic. That's a lot to be proud of. We've experienced integral parts of our lives, such as making lifelong friends, attending lots of school events, first dates, and watching drama go down in the cafeteria. Our experiences thus far will be carried with us for years to come, and the lessons we've learned will hopefully be put to good use. It's unfortunate that our 13 years of work has to end on a football field rather than a stage, but at least graduation will be memorable, right? We may have lost the most important months of high school, but I'd like to think we made the most of our other 3.5 years. And though it may seem like the end of the world now, we actually have a lot to look forward to. We may not have had a senior prom, but we get to start our dream jobs. taking classes we actually enjoy, perhaps settling down and starting a family, even if that family consists only of dogs. Much of this may even happen in the next 10 years. Crazy, right? With the state of the world right now, it can be difficult to remain optimistic. But the thing is, life waits for no one. So why should we have to wait for life? Take this ceremony, for instance. The Notre Dame staff has been working hard to make sure we are recognized and appreciated for our accomplishments. We received cookies, gift baskets, personal signs, recognition posts, and at least a semblance of a graduation rather than a Zoom call. And sure, none of these materialistic things can replace the graduation ceremony we deserved, but it's heartwarming to see so many people reaching out to make others feel special and loved during these times. I can't speak for everyone, but I do know this pandemic has given me an opportunity to grow closer to my family and friends, as I realize now that I took so much of the time that I had for granted. And that may be a cliche statement, but it's a cliche statement for a reason, because it's important. My point is, instead of living in fear or sadness, let's take time to appreciate what we do have, and let's appreciate that we as individuals have made it through a lot and we're finally nearing the end. Let's appreciate the people we've become and use the lessons we've learned throughout our lives to make the best of our futures. We have neared the part of our lives where, for the most part, we know who we are, and we know what we want to do, where we want to go, and this year is just a minor setback in the timeline of our lives. Don't let one bad year ruin your outlook on the world. It might not always seem like it, but there is hope, and things will get better. Thank you.
Thank you. Oops. Okay, thank you, Ally. Okay, at this time, I'm going to call on Mr. Bianco to announce our seniors who are receiving Anima Christi because we did not have the celebration of gifts and talent.
Thank you, Mike. The Anima Christi Award is an extremely special annual award that is given to a very select group of juniors and seniors who exemplify the spirit of Christ. Many consider this to be the highest honor that is awarded to a Notre Dame student. All Notre Dame students are expected to be courteous and kind while serving one another and the community. This award is meant to recognize students that show unusual acts of kindness, faith, healing, charity, humility, selflessness, or service in the school, their community, and the place of worship that exceeds these expectations. This year, 4 seniors were nominated and selected to receive this honor. They are Ethan Chadbourne, Adriana Miller, Dakota Syka, and Montana Weidman. Please come forward to receive your Anima Christi Medal. Look at you. Good job. Good job. Good job, Dakota. Montana. Oh, oh. Our next segment is academic awards. This is a merger of awards that would have been presented at the celebration of gifts and talents and graduation. We're going to bring them up in groups, please. So lining up over there, 6 feet apart. To start out, Maya Bayomi, Alex Bailey, Austin Carrick, Ethan Chadbourne, Cynthia Deisker Culver, Alexandra Elliott, and Ariana Green. All right, just stay there, please. Now I have the honor to read their accolades. I'll start with Maya Bayomi. Highest average English, honorable mention science, class of 2020 top 10 co-salutatorian, National Honor Society, J. Albert Bausch Memorial Foundation Award, which is awarded to a student who is interested in the health sciences. New York State Scholarship for Academic Excellence, presented by New York State to accomplished students according to their weighted Regents exam scores. The Academic Excellence Scholarships are renewable up to 4 years for students attending a New York State college or university. 2019-20 President's Education Gold Award in recognition of the achievement of a cumulative GPA of 90 or above and a minimum SAT score of 680 in math or reading, or a minimum ACT score of 27. Air Force Math and Science Award for excelling in math and or science, and the Kiwanis Club Vocal Award. Just a couple of awards there. Great job, Maya. Alex Bailey, honorable mention, physical education. Unbelievable character, unbelievable work ethic, great human being, Alex Bailey. Austin Carrick, class of 2020 top 10, National Honor Society, ND Scholar Athlete Foundation Award, which is awarded to a male and female student who excelled in athletics and academics. 2019-20 President's Education Gold Award in recognition of the achievement of a cumulative GPA of 90 or above and 680 on the SAT in math and or reading. Ethan Chadbourne, highest average physical education, Anna Christie Award, class of 2020 top 10, National Honor Society, William F. Brown Scholarship, Catholic Daughters of the Americas Court San Sebastian 1012 Attica, New York Scholarship. How's that for a mouthful? Awarded for Christian service to the students who exhibit kindness and compassion. 2019-20 President's Education Silver Award in recognition of the achievement of a cumulative GPA of 90 or above. Kiwanis Club Instrumental Award. Great job, Ethan. Have a great day. Cynthia Dykstra Culver, highest average art, National Honor Society. Outstanding young lady. Alexandra Elliott, highest average science, honorable mention English, Spanish, social studies, class of 2020 top 10 valedictorian, National Honor Society, Catherine Nickloy Memorial Foundation Award, awarded to student pursuing a 4-year degree who has demonstrated selflessness and putting others above oneself, committed to family, community, and who is conscientious and caring. New York State Scholarship for Academic Excellence, presented by New York State to accomplished students according to their weighted Regents exam scores. 2019-20 President's Education Gold Award. Cumulative GPA of 90 or above, SAT score of 680 in math or reading. Air Force Academic Excellence Award. Air Force Math and Science Award for excelling in math and/or science. Outstanding work. Alexandra. Ariana Green, Zonta Scholarship winner. Principals Award 2020 for growth as a student and a person during her 4 years at Notre Dame. She's done an outstanding job growing into herself and becoming a fine, confident young lady. Our next group, Gwyneth Hansen, Max Hutchins, Noah Johnson, Adriana Miller, Cynthia Dykstra Culver, Madeline Payton, Abigail Pingray. Cynthia, you don't have to come up twice. I just like saying your name. Gwen Hansen, Batavia Lions Club Scholarship, chosen by the Batavia Lions Club in recognition of academic accomplishments, extracurricular and community service activities, and an outstanding human being. Nice job, Gwen. That's it, that's it. Max Hutchins, class of 2020, top 10, National Honor Society, David F. Klein Memorial Foundation Award, awarded to a graduating senior pursuing a career in the engineering field. Unbelievable maturity over the last 4 years. Good job, Max. Noah Johnson, honorable mention, highest average art, and I know he's going to go chase his dreams. He's going to the school of his dreams, and he's going to use his talents, which is incredible. Adriana Miller, highest average, math and religious studies. Anna McChristie Award, class of 2020, top 10, National Honor Society, ND Scholar Athlete Foundation Award, awarded to a male and female student who excels in athletics and academics. New York State Scholarship for Academic Excellence, presented by New York State to accomplished students according to their weighted Regents exam scores. 2019-20 President's Education Gold Award, GPA of 90 or above, SAT score of 680 or above in math or reading. Great job, Adriana. The famous Madeline Payton, Kiwanis Citizenship Award in recognition of exemplary service to Notre Dame and the community. Outstanding young lady. Nice job. Abigail Pingray, highest average physical education, honorable mention, math and religious studies, class of 2020, top 10, National Honor Society, Jason Joya Memorial Foundation, which is awarded to a student chosen by the Joya family in memory of Jason Joya. 2019-20 President's Education Silver Award in recognition of the achievement of a cumulative GPA of 90 or above. Nice job. Next group, Jedediah Reese, Jason Reinhardt, Morgan Rhodes, Dakota Syka, Madeline Spencer, Montana Weidman. Start with Jedediah Reese. He receives the Principal's Award for 2020 for growth as a student and a person during his 4 years at Notre Dame. Unbelievable growth as a student, as a leader. Got a lot of upside, this young man. Hopefully he goes and lives his dreams. Jason Reinhardt, National Honor Society and DECA star. I could tell you that much. He's either in the states or the regionals every year. Fine young man, knows how to treat people. The famous Morgan Rhodes, class of 2020, top 10, National Honor Society. Catholic Daughters of America, Court St. Joseph, 953. Awarded for Christian service to students who exhibit kindness and compassion. Great job, Morgan. Dakota Sika, highest average music, winner of the Brian Woodruff Memorial Scholarship. Batavia Lions Club Scholarship, chosen by the Batavia Lions Club in recognition of academic accomplishments, extracurricular, and community service activities. Madeline Spencer, highest average, Spanish and social studies, honorable mention, English, class of 2020, top 10, salutatorian, National Honor Society, Catherine Nickloy Memorial Foundation Award, awarded to students pursuing a 4-year degree in education and has demonstrated selflessness and putting others above oneself. She's committed to family, community, and is conscientious and caring. 2019-20 President's Education Gold Award in recognition of the achievement of a cumulative GPA of 90 or above and a minimum SAT score of 680 in math or reading. Great job, Madeline. Okay. And the famous Montana Weidman. I better take a deep breath here. Honorable mention, music, class of 2020, top 10, National Honor Society, 2019-20 President's Education Silver Award, John and Clara Repici Memorial Foundation Award, awarded to a student who attended a Catholic grammar school. Recipient must exemplify good moral judgment and ethical conduct. Batavia Rotary Club Memorial Fund Presidential Scholarship, chosen by Rotary Club in recognition of leadership in school, involvement in civic and extracurricular activities, academic achievement, and the motivation to serve and succeed in all endeavors. Genesee County Youth Recognition Award, presented by the Genesee County and Batavia Youth Boards. United States Marine Corps Semper Fidelis Award for musical excellence in recognition of diligence, dedication, and musical excellence as a performing high school bandsman and soloist. Batavia Lions Club Governor Arthur Roth Fine Arts Award, presented to a student that exemplifies fine arts ability, citizenship, and scholastic achievement. Wow, that's a mouthful. Great job, Montana. Next, Mr. Rapone for Man Athletic Awards and Man and Woman of the Year.
Okay, Wade, you're probably gonna have to help because there's kind of a mispodge there. There's some in here, and there's some over there, and there's some just loose medallions. Okay, what I'm going to do now is to recognize our students for athletic awards that they would have received at the Celebration of Excellence or at end of the year award ceremonies that we were forced to cancel due to the COVID-19. So, those of you, for example, if you got GR All-Star in the fall, you're not going to hear that because you already got recognized for that. So just keep that in mind. Before we start, I would like anyone here, any of our seniors who are going to go on next year and play their sport or one of their sports in high school and has been recruited to do so, to please stand and be recognized. Come on, stand up. A small class, but a large portion of students who are going to proceed to the next level. Okay, again, due to the limitations, we have to call them up in groups. So the first group over here, Austin Carrick, Ethan Chadbourne, Lexi Denosis, Max Hutchins, Gabe McDonald, Adriana Miller. Yeah. Okay. They all don't have one of those. They should be in alphabetical order. Okay. Again, I'm going to remind our seniors, when you come up, stop on the X, make sure you look at Mrs. Midwick so you get a nice picture for your parents. And if I'm still reading your stuff, please stay there so you can get recognized. All right, first up, Austin Carrick. Austin received the Bill Cook Batavia Lions Scholarship Award, which is one of the oldest and most prestigious awards given to athletes here at Notre Dame. It's presented by the Batavia Lions Club to an athlete who best exemplifies the following qualifications: excels in 2 or more sports, demonstrates a high level of academic achievement, is a positive role model for his fellow students. He was also MVP of indoor track. He was a New York State Scholar Athlete in indoor track, and he also got the Genesee Region Scholar Athlete, which is for a student who maintained an average of 90, participated in at least 6 sport seasons, and was at least either an all-star or an honorable mention. Austin Carrick. Next is Ethan Chadbourne. Ethan is receiving the Father David Scheider Spirit of Notre Dame Award, which is named after our former principal who dedicated himself to the service of Notre Dame for over 30 years and whose love of our school is legendary. This award is given annually to an athlete who has demonstrated outstanding dedication and loyalty to our school, particularly our sports programs, and especially to their teammates. Ethan is an excellent example of the spirit of Notre Dame that Father Dave often alluded to. Ethan is also was a New York State Scholar Athlete for boys basketball. He had the highest GPA in boys basketball, and he also earned the Genesee Region Scholar Athlete. Ethan Chadbourne. Lexi should have a medallion in there. It's got her name on it. Next is Lexi Denosis, who's receiving the Notre Dame Athletic Directors Award, which is presented by me to recognize the accomplishments of senior athletes who have excelled in a particular sport. Hers was volleyball. to the level of where their performance has earned them recognition in Section 5 and/or the Genesee Region League as a top player in their sport. Okay. Next is Max Hutchins. Max Hutchins is also receiving the Athletic Director's Award, which recognizes his accomplishment as a hockey player, where the level of his performance has earned him recognition in Section 5 and the Genesee Region League as a top player in his sport. He should have a medallion. Yep. He also is a Scotty Bowman Section 5 or Section 6 hockey and a Genesee Region Scholar athlete. Okay, next is Gabe McDonald. Gabe is our co-male athlete of the year, which is presented to athlete or athletes who have made the biggest contribution to our athletic programs. This is determined by accumulating points, by participating in sports, individual performance, team success, leadership, all-star recognition by the GR League, state, or section, scholar athlete recognition, and team recognition such as MVP. Gabe is a two-time boys basketball MVP and football MVP, two-time Batavia Daily News Fab 5, two-time Genesee Region boys basketball all-star. He was 4th-team all-state and honorable mention all-state in football. Gabe McDonald. Adriana Miller. Adriana Miller is receiving the Father John Zeitler Outstanding Athlete Award, which is named after our former athletic director, baseball coach, and teacher who had a special love of Notre Dame and her students. This award is given annually to athletes who have excelled in 2 or more sports, are positive team leaders, dedicated themselves to their studies, are good school citizens, and positive role models. Adriana Miller. Okay, the next row is Maddie Payton, Abby Pingray, Mason Randall, Jed Reese, Jason Reinhardt, Morgan Rhodes. Those are all for kids with their diplomas. It's either in this box or it's on the tape. Okay, Maddie Payton. Maddie is receiving the United States Marines Distinguished Athlete Award, which recognizes a deserving and sometimes unsung senior athlete who has given maximum effort while displaying courage, poise, and leadership in high school athletics. Maddie Payton. Next is Abigail Pingray. She's receiving the Coach Bill Sutherland Award, which is presented to an athlete who has demonstrated exceptional levels of leadership, the ability to fearlessly take on challenges, performing at high levels in pressure situations, and succeeded in spite of adversity, and also have overcome an injury while participating in athletics. She also was the MVP for indoor track, New York State Scholar Athlete, and a Genesee Region Scholar Athlete. Abby Pingray. Mason Randall. Mason is receiving the Notre Dame High School Athletic Director's Award, to recognize accomplishment of senior athletes who have excelled in a particular sport. Mason's is football, at a level where his performance has earned them recognition in Section 5 and/or the Genesee Region League as one of the top players in their sport. Does he have an envelope? Yeah. Congratulations, Mason. Jedediah Reese. Jedediah is the co-male athlete of the year with Gabe. It's presented to Jedediah in recognition of his contributions to our athletic program. As I stated earlier, the criteria includes participation level, individual performance, team success, leadership, all-star designation, and team awards. Jed was first team All-State in football, Section 5, Class D, Offensive Player of the Year, and a New York State Scholar Athlete in hockey. Jason Reinhardt. Jason is receiving the United States Army Scholar Athlete Award. Should be just for the medallion. Okay. This is recognizes and rewards senior athletes who have excelled in the classroom and on the athletic field while constantly striving to be the best they can be. And now Morgan Rhodes. Morgan is our Female Athlete of the Year, presented to Morgan in recognition of her contributions to our athletic program. As I stated before, the criteria includes participation level, individual performance, team success, leadership, all-star designation, scholar athlete, and school recognition such as MVP. Morgan is also a fourth-team All-State in girls soccer, scholar athlete in girls basketball, and a Genesee Region scholar athlete. And our final group is David Russo, Dakota Syka, Keith Shapansky, Alex Totten, Montana Weidman, and Sam Zarillo. David Russo is the male winner of the United States Marines Distinguished Athlete Award, which recognizes a deserving and sometimes unsung senior athlete who has given maximum effort while displaying courage, poise, and leadership in high school athletics. David Russo. Dakota Syka. Dakota is receiving the Rogowski Sportsmanship Trophy, one of the oldest and most coveted awards awarded by Notre Dame. It has a long tradition and an illustrious list of previous winners. It's presented annually to athletes that not only excelled in competition, but also consistently displayed a spirit of sportsmanship that reflected positively on them and our school. He was also a New York State Scholar Athlete in indoor track. Dakota Syka. Next is Keith Shapansky. Keith is receiving the Father J. John Zeitler Outstanding Athlete Award Male. This goes annually to athletes who have excelled in 2 or more sports, are positive team leaders, dedicate themselves to their studies, are good school citizens, and positive role models for their peers. Keith was also second team All-State and GR Boys Basketball honorable mention. Alex Totten. Alex is the male winner of the Coach Bill Sutherland Award that is presented to an athlete who has demonstrated exceptional levels of leadership, the ability to fearlessly take on challenges, perform at high level in pressure situations, succeed in spite of adversity, and have had to overcome an injury while participating in athletic programs. He's also was selected as the Scotty Bowman Cup for Section 5 versus Section 6 hockey. Alex Totten. Montana Weidman. Montana is the female winner of the Father David Scheider Spirit of Notre Dame Award. This award is given annually to an athlete who demonstrates outstanding dedication and loyalty to our school, particularly our sports programs, and especially their teammates. Montana is an excellent example of the spirit of Notre Dame. She's also a New York State Scholar Athlete in girls basketball, and she received the Genesee Region Scholar Athlete Award. Montana Weidman. And finally, Sam Zerillo, the United States Air Force Scholar Athlete Award, which is presented to a senior athlete in recognition of their commitment to academics and athletics, while also demonstrating dedication and loyalty to their teammates. Sam was also the New York State Scholar Athlete in indoor track. Sam Zerillo. Okay. Now I am going, I'll give Sam a chance to get headed on his way back. Okay, at this time, I am going to do the Notre Dame Man and Woman of the Year. The selection of the Notre Dame Man and Woman of the Year is a long and important part of our school's tradition. It is our goal that all Notre Dame graduates demonstrate the characteristics used in selecting this award. The selection process is never an easy one, and this year is no exception. In the end, the male and female that are chosen to receive this award are the students who, in the opinion of the faculty, staff, and administration, have best demonstrated the following qualities: scholastic success, commitment to the ideals of Notre Dame, high moral character, leadership, involvement in school activities, responsibility, dependability, reliability, and they are a true representative of our mission and belief statements of Notre Dame High School. This year's Woman of the Year is Adriana Miller. What's that? It was in there. You gave it to Psycho. And the 2020 Man of the Year is Ethan Chadbourne. Yep. Congratulations to you both. At this time, I'm going to call on Mr. Bianco to present some special recognition awards.
These masks are a wonderful thing, I can tell you that much. The Monsignor Eugene F. Kolb Award for Outstanding Contributions to Catholic Education is presented to Ben and Amanda McDonald, parents of Gabe, class of 2020, Judah, class of 2022, and Jamin, class of 2025. This award is presented in recognition of their vocal support of Notre Dame throughout Genesee County, resulting in many new families looking at and choosing ND for their child's education. They also have quietly enhanced the Notre Dame experience for our students with their behind-the-scenes financial support, providing many extras. Thank you, Ben and Amanda, for all that you do for Notre Dame. Thank you. Great job, great job. The Monsignor David P. Hurley Award for Outstanding Contributions to Notre Dame High School is presented to Sarah Lemley, mother of Ben, class of 2020, and Chris, class of 2017. Sarah's major contributions to our school include her outstanding job as the leader of our Hockey Boosters, a group whose fundraising efforts made our hockey athletes some of the best outfitted in Section 5. She was also an active member of our pond group over the past 7 years. Thank you, Sarah, for all you have done for Notre Dame. Congratulations. Thank you. The Reverend David J. Scheider Alumni Award for promoting the Notre Dame image in the community is presented to Heather Brown Zarillo, ND class of 1990, who is the proud parent of Sam 2020, Mia 2024, and William 2028. Heather's introduction to Catholic education came through her mom, Judy, a longtime teacher at Holy Family Leroy. As a parent, Heather has been heavily involved in promoting the value of a Catholic education, beginning at Holy Family Leroy, then St. Joseph's Batavia, and now at Notre Dame. Thank you, Heather, as your actions as an alumni have reflected positively on the image of Notre Dame throughout Genesee County. Congratulations.
Okay, now it's what we've all been waiting for. We're going to call the seniors up to receive their scroll. And a reminder, you will get your diploma in the mail once we determined all your obligations, academically, etc., have been met. Reminder to make sure you stop on the little X and look out and smile at Mrs. Medwick so that you can get your picture taken for your parents. So we can have the following students please line up.
Wait. Joining us here,
Oh, excuse me,
Ian
sorry.
Lawrence, our board president, does a phenomenal job leading the board, and Kristen Gomez, our director of academic advisement.
Okay. Maya Bayomi, Alex Bailey, Trevor Carney, Austin Carrick, Ethan Chadmore, just line up over there. I'm going to call your name once you're there. Lexi Denosis, Cynthia Dykstra Culver, and Alexandra Elliott. Maya Bayomi. Alexander Gregory Bailey. Trevor Patrick Carney. Austin Thomas Carrick. Ethan Edward Chadbourne. Alexis J. Denosis. Cynthia Marie Rose Dykstra Culver. Okay, could I have the following students please line up? Megan Goris, Ariana Green. Who? Oh, sorry. Alexandra Elliott.
Wow.
Joe told me to hurry. Garrett Groff, Gwen Hansen, Alex Hunt, Max Hutchins, Noah Johnson, and Noah Cleric. Megan Goris. Ariana Alyssa Marie Green. Did you get Ariana? You got to wait a little second longer so she can get you. Garrett Groff. Gwyneth Page Hansen. Alexander Hunt. Maxwell Thomas Hutchins. Noah Richard Johnson. Noah Allen Kolaric. The next group up is Ben Lemley, Gay McDonald, Adriana Miller, Madeline Payton, Abby Pingray, Mason Randall, Jed Reese, and Jason Reinhardt. Benjamin Lemley. Gabriel Benjamin McDonald. Oh. Yep. Adriana Elizabeth Miller. Okay, at this time, we would normally be having one of our seniors lives in Canada, and I couldn't come because of the travel restrictions, but he is graduating, and that would be Jamal Okabor. So congratulations to Jamal. And we'd like to recognize his host family are here, the Tanners, so thank you for coming. Okay, next up is Madeline May Payton. Abigail Grace Pingray. Mason Randall. Jedediah Zaire Reese. Jason Graziano Reinhardt. Remember to stop on the X this time, Jason. Okay, and the last group, Morgan Rhodes, Dave Russo, Dakota Syka, Madeline Spencer, Keith Strapansky, Alex Totten, Montana Weidman, and Sam Cirillo. Morgan Michelle Rhodes. David Russo. David. Dakota James Syka. Yeah. Madeline Elaine Spencer. Keith Walter Shapansky. Alexander Totten. Montana May Weidman. And Samuel Morgan Zerillo. Yep. Yep. Okay, I will give everyone a little time to get back to their car, but at this time, we're going to have all the seniors stand, and then Mr. Bianco will read the official proclamation, at which time the seniors will flip their tassel from the right to the left to indicate graduation, and we can give them a little cheer.
Class of 2020, on behalf of the Notre Dame High School, I do certify that these members of the class of 2020 have met the satisfactory completion of the secondary school course of study as set forth by the Board of Regents of the State of New York and the Board of Trustees of Notre Dame High School. Therefore, it is with great pleasure that I present for the awarding of diplomas the highly qualified members of the class of 2020. Great job. Come on, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Yeah. Yep. I need the yearbook. John's got it. Great job. Now you can be seated. Honorary diploma recipient. Mark Allen Staley graduated in 1991 from Batavia High School and went on to earn his degree in 1996 from the RIT Saunders School of Business, where he played NCAA college hockey. Mark has coached at Notre Dame for 18 years, positively impacting the lives of 127 hockey participants. One of the people responsible for starting the Notre Dame hockey program, Dave Meyer, asked Mark to come to practice to discuss some drills. He showed up the very next morning for the 6 a.m. practice and never left, thank God. Mark is recognized as one of the top hockey coaches in Section 5. His teams won Section 5 Class B titles in 2012 and 2016, and 3 league championships, in spite of us being the smallest school in New York State that offers hockey. He is our school's winningest hockey coach with 138 victories, which also ranks him 4th in Section 5 history. He has been recognized by his peers as Section 5 Coach of the Year 3 times and has been selected a Scotty Bowman Cup coach representing Rochester a record 7 times. As impressive as his resume is, what is more impressive is his positive impact on his student athletes. Mark is a coach that sees the big picture stressing to his athletes the importance of academics and being the type of person you can be proud of. He pushes them to maximize their potential in all aspects of their lives. This is why Mark and his wife of 15 years, Erin, are the proud parents of Helena Staley, 12, and Luke, 10. Along with his mother, his fantastic in-laws, and some close friends, Mark is very honored to have Pamela Meyer, Dave Meyer's surviving wife, in attendance today. The Notre Dame community has been blessed by Mark's presence as our hockey coach. He's our life coach, too. You guys all know it that played for him. He's a great man, great coach, great father, and it doesn't happen by accident. Congratulations, Mark Staley. Let's hear it for Mark, please.
I know we're all looking to move out, but I just want to say very quickly how honored I am for this diploma from the board. I'm so thankful for the support that Wade has given me and Mike Rapone through the years. I also want to thank Dr. Joe Scanlon, who was here when I originally came. And I want to thank Dave Meyer, who's obviously not here, but called me and asked me to help, and I never left. And it's been a blessing for me. As much as we think we give to the kids, it's probably been 18 years worth of just incredible moments and lessons for me in my life. I would just say, from a coach to all of you, you're surrounded by coaches. Your parents were your first coaches. They walked for you when you couldn't walk. They fed you when you couldn't eat. They read to you when you couldn't read. And then you have coaches down here. They coach you in your academics. I just happen to be an extension of that, coaching athletics, but I feel like I'm part of the staff. And Wade has always made me, and Mike has always made me feel that way. But it's time now for those who have been coached to become the coaches. And this world is suffering, and this world needs help. And it's your generation, this class of 2020, that's gone through so much. I think out of this group is going to come some amazing coaches and some amazing people because of what you've had to go through. It's not been easy. But through trials, we get stronger, and through loss, we learn. And I think what's gone on today from a community standpoint has been tremendous. I'm blessed to be part of this Notre Dame community. I'm honored every day to represent you all. And you're all going to do great things moving forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark. Great job, as always. Now for our close, I'd like Jason Reinhardt to join me at the podium, please. He's got a few words. I got a few words. Then we're going to roll out of here. We're going to roll up Union Street past our home. We're going to take a left on Main, honking our horns. And then we're going to meet at Aldi's and honk our horns some more. And thank God for the class of 2020. That's what we're going to do.
Which mic? This one? As a group, the class of 2020 has much to offer to Notre Dame, including both athletics and academics. That being said, this class is important because we all have shared the same bond for 4 years now, and the amount of growth that we have experienced is immeasurable. Not knowing much about each other at first, we now have become a close group. We are all part of a family, with memories we will never forget. We can always count on each other to pick someone up when they are down. Another positive quality of our class is the gifts that we offered in Notre Dame. Our talents for music, athletics, and most importantly, academics have all been noticed. We worked on all of these aspects as we matured and progressed through high school. Throughout the past 4 years, we have maximized our talents to become the best we can possibly be. Looking back on them, a lot has happened, and I would not change a thing. From before we met each other and began our journey at ND, all of us have volunteered in both the community and church on our own time. We look forward to seeing how our careers unfold and the changes we make as individuals and as a group. We would like to thank our parents for the sacrifices they have made to send us to Notre Dame and for the opportunities they have presented us with throughout our lives. We would also like to thank the faculty and staff for their help in guiding our class during our journey. We couldn't have done it without their selfless acts that they have made to help us become better as a class and as individuals. We are all grateful for the opportunities Notre Dame has given us. Thank you all.
Excellent, Jason. Class of 2020, your time has come. Congratulations and commendations to each and every one of you on this remarkable achievement of graduation from Notre Dame High School. You have worked hard during your 4 years, and now you are ready and prepared to receive a diploma from your alma mater and to move on to the world of college, work, or the military. We are very proud of your accomplishments and of the outstanding leadership you have provided